Welcome to tonight's sleep story, where we'll be visiting a most pleasant and relaxed destination, the cottage by the sea. I'd like you first to get comfortable lying down in your bed. Let your hands rest where they want, and take a moment to allow your breathing to become slow and regular. Now, with a deep exhale, I'd like you to allow your feet to fall apart naturally, really feeling your feet in contact with the bed underneath you. And just take a few more deep breaths like this for a moment. Now, I'd like you to start by focusing on your toes. Scrunch them up as tight as you can for a moment, and then release. Now feel this release spreading up over your ankles, then your calf muscles, knees, and then thigh muscles. Remember, don't try and fight your wandering mind. Just let any thoughts that may come up float slowly away from you in a rising bubble of air. Now invite your hips to relax. Pelvic area. And begin to notice any tension you may have stored in your back. Breathe deeply in, and as you breathe out, slowly relax and release any tension you may have in your back. Now bring your attention to your shoulders. Lift them up as high as you can, and then release completely. Wonderful. Now it's time to relax your neck and jaw muscles. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let go of any tension you're holding in your neck and jaw. Just picture the tightness leaving with your breath. Finally, the top of your head. I'd like you to lift your shoulders up one last time, and as you release them, any remaining tension can sink down and flow out of you. Wonderful. Now let's take ourselves to a little old train station. See it as if you're there for a moment. The quaint gabled eaves, the afternoon sun streaming in beams through the old glass windows up high, and the approaching train, clouded in billowing steam as it slows into the station, golden light bathing it all. You step onto the platform, allowing yourself to be taken in by the sounds of your journey The clatter of the city fades behind you as the train comes to a gentle stop in front of you. Its soft clinking, a prelude to the tranquility that awaits. Boarding the train, you settle into the plush seat, feeling the weight of your body sink into the cushioned embrace. As the train begins its slow journey away from the bustling city, your eyes gaze through the window at the ever-changing landscape. Your thoughts wander in time with the rhythm of the train's wheels, each turn leading you further into a world untouched by time. As the miles pass by, the noise of the city is replaced by the serene lull of the countryside. The hum of conversation and laughter from other passengers dissipates until it is only you, alone in the quiet car. The silence is not unsettling, but rather a balm to your weary soul, providing a space for your deepest thoughts. Noticing the way your breath moves with the steady pace of the train, you allow the rhythmic rocking to lull you into a state of relaxation. The scent of coal and steam fills the air, mingling with the faint aroma of wildflowers drifting in through the slightly cracked window. You observe as the urban landscape gives way to rolling hills and fields, dotted with grazing sheep and horses. Your anticipation grows as the train continues its journey, drawing nearer to your destination. The coastal sky appears on the horizon, signaling that your quaint little destination is soon to come. Your pulse quickens at the thought of finally reaching the sanctuary, a place where you can rest and rejuvenate, far from the demands of everyday life. The train slows to a halt, announcing the end of your journey. As you disembark, the absence of noise allows the sounds of your surroundings to fill the space. The whisper of the sea and the distant cries of seagulls becoming a natural orchestra that calls you forward. With each step, you feel yourself drawn closer to the peace that awaits in your coastal cottage, where the gentle lullaby of the sea will cradle you into the most serene sleep you have ever known. As you approach the coastal path, the sun casts a warm golden glow upon the rippling waves, giving the impression of molten gold spreading across the horizon. The salty breeze gently tugs at your clothing, urging you onward as the cottage finally comes into view, standing proud and solitary against the backdrop of the vast sky. A sense of awe fills you as you take in the sight of this charming Victorian dwelling. Its gabled roof and delicate lace curtains seem to whisper tales of a bygone era, inviting you to explore its secrets and find solace within its walls. You can almost feel the energy of past inhabitants, their laughter and love filling the very bricks and mortar with a happiness that speaks volumes. The scent of the sea mingles with freshly cut grass as you step onto the well-tended lawn, taking in the simple beauty of the wildflowers and shrubs that surround the property. The absence of city noise and bustle allows you to focus entirely on the sights and sounds of nature. The rhythmic crashing of the waves, the rustle of leaves in the wind, and the distant cries of seabirds above. Your heart swells with gratitude for this haven, away from the noise and chaos of the world beyond. Each step towards the front door feels like a journey deeper into stillness, the weight of your worries gradually lifting from your shoulders. Your thoughts turn inward, reflecting on the peace that awaits you inside the cottage, where you will be cradled in serene silence, allowing sleep to envelop you like a soft, comforting blanket. As you reach the threshold of your sanctuary, you cannot help but pause for a moment, savoring the anticipation that hangs in the air like the scent of lavender from the nearby garden. One hand on the doorknob, you close your eyes and take a deep breath, allowing the serenity of the scene to wash over you like a gentle wave. Secure in the knowledge that this coastal refuge is yours to enjoy, your heart swells with gratitude and contentment as you prepare to cross into a world of simple comforts and restful slumber. Stepping over the threshold, your foot meets the well-worn wooden floor, softened by time and countless previous visits. The aged brass doorknob clicks shut behind you, sealing away the world outside as the cottage embraces you within its gentle grasp. The air carries a faint scent of lavender and rosemary, a delicate perfume that lingers in the corners of the room, teasing memories of simpler days. You pause for a moment, allowing the hush to wash over you like waves upon the shore. There's no need for words here. There never has been. Instead, your thoughts turn inward, reveling in the silence that envelops you. The quiet, broken only by the rhythmic ticking of an antique grandfather clock tucked away in the shadows. Leaning against the door, you take in the quaint surroundings. A crocheted throw blanket rests on a patchwork armchair, its once bold colors now faded with age. Beside it, a small table holds a half-burned candle, the unspoken invitation to light its wick clear. You feel a warm, comforting presence, as though the cottage itself is holding you close, whispering stories of love, laughter, and relaxation to your weary heart. Here in this sanctuary, you've crossed a threshold, not just physically, but emotionally as well. Each step further into the cottage is a step toward tranquility, toward the refuge you've sought for so long. No words are necessary in this haven. The silence speaks more profoundly than any words could. You surrender yourself to its hold, allowing the magic of the cottage to envelop you in its time-honored spell. Reverently, you begin to explore the cottage. Your footsteps are light, as if not wanting to disturb the delicate balance of serenity that fills the air. The floral wallpaper greets your gaze, its pattern a dance of intertwined blossoms and leaves, gently faded by the passage of time. Your hand glides over the back of an antique wooden chair, feeling the smoothness of its well-worn surface. The dining room table is set for two. A pair of white porcelain teacups resting atop matching saucers, the spoons gleaming with expectation. In this moment, you can almost hear the quiet laughter and hushed conversations that have once filled this space. You continue your exploration, stepping into a small room lined with shelves, adorned with trinkets and treasures. Each object holds a story, a memory within its very essence. A porcelain figurine of a woman in a flowing gown seems to twirl in an eternal dance, her eyes closed in blissful serenity. Nearby, a brass pocket watch lies next to an open book, its pages yellowed with age, yet still whispering tales long forgotten. As you make your way through the cottage, the scent of lavender and rosemary fills your senses. The sun casts elaborate shadow patterns on the floor through lace curtains. You pause, taking in the beauty of it all, feeling your heart pound with gratitude for this haven of peace. Finally, you enter the bedroom, where a canopy bed draped in soft linens beckons you to lay your head. upon its inviting pillows. Here, in this cocoon of peace, you know sleep will come easily, undisturbed by the chaos of the world outside. With each breath, you draw in the essence of the cottage, the whispers of its past, mingling with your own thoughts and dreams. In this space of quietude, you find solace, a deep connection to something beyond words. And so, you surrender to the gentle lull of the sea's breath just outside your window. The tender embrace of the coastal cottage cradles you in peace, offering a respite from the world, a sanctuary for your weary soul. As evening settles, dusk paints the sky with hues of lavender and rose, casting a warm glow through the windows of the coastal cottage. You find yourself drawn to the hearth, where a fire crackles quietly, its golden flames dancing in a mesmerizing ballet. The scent of burning wood mingles with the salt-kissed sea breeze drifting through the room, creating an ambiance that whispers serenity. Your hands reach for the worn leather armchair beside the fireplace, feeling the history etched into its surface. With a gentle sigh, you sink into the chair's embrace, allowing the day's weight to dissipate like smoke from the chimney above. Your eyes trace the intricate patterns of shadows on the walls, your mind at ease in this quiet sanctuary. As the fire continues to crackle and pop, the only sound filling the space, your thoughts drift like embers carried by the wind. You ponder the lives that have been touched by this quaint dwelling, finding comfort in the knowledge that many before you have sought refuge in its tender embrace. Who were they? What stories did they carry within their hearts? The quiet of the cottage lends itself to such introspection, and you find peace within your own musings. As the fire's warmth begins to envelop you, a gentle breeze from outside beckons your attention. You rise from your cozy spot by the hearth and make your way to the window, feeling the smooth wooden floor beneath your feet. With a soft creak, you open the window, welcoming the cool night air into the room. The sea's breath, a natural lullaby, fills your ears, and you can't help but close your eyes for a moment, allowing the symphony of waves to wash over you. becomes a perfect cocoon where silence reigns supreme. In this space, you find yourself listening more intently to the world around you. The rustling of leaves in the trees outside, the faint calls of nocturnal creatures, and the distant roar of water against the shore. You lean against the windowsill, taking in deep breaths of the crisp, salty air. As you exhale, you imagine your worries and anxieties dissipating into the vastness of the night sky. The moon, a guiding light above, casts its silver glow upon the rolling waves, painting a dreamscape before your eyes. A sense of tranquility begins to permeate your being, seeping into your very core. You realize that here, in this quiet sanctuary, you are free to simply be, without expectation, judgment, or the constant chatter of daily life. Your thoughts turn inward as you consider the beauty of solitude and the power of nature to heal and restore. The simple act of opening your heart to the world's whispers has allowed you to connect with something deeper within yourself, a place of stillness where peace resides. As the last rays of daylight slowly dissolve, twilight deepens around the secluded coastal cottage. It stands as a beacon of warmth and comfort amidst the approaching shadows. The sea's chorus swells with the advancing darkness, its rhythmic symphony growing more pronounced, as if to serenade the night itself. As you move through the dimly lit rooms, you notice how the ocean's song intertwines with the subtle creaks and sighs of the aging cottage. Each sound strengthens the other, creating a harmonious blend which wraps around you like a comforting embrace. The scent of salt and sea air permeates the space, mingling with the faint aroma of lavender and rosemary from the garden outside. The absence of words leaves room for the tender whisperings of your heart to become louder. Your thoughts slow and soften, drifting like a feather caught on a gentle breeze. And yet, in this quietude, there is no emptiness, only a fullness of spirit, lulled by the soothing cadence of the waves outside. You continue to move silently, allowing the serenity of the cottage to seep into your very being. As the sky outside darkens further, the world seems to shrink, drawing inward until the cottage and the ocean become the entirety of your universe. One heartbeat, one breath, one whispered lullaby at a time. With the last remains of twilight retreating before the oncoming darkness, you find yourself drawn back into the cozy bedroom, where the warmth of the hearth still fills the space, casting flickering shadows that dance along the walls. Approaching the neatly made bed, you carefully fold back the crisp sheets, revealing the smooth expanse of cool linen beneath. Your fingertips trace the edge of the blanket, enjoying the sensation of the soft fabric against your skin. The room seems to hold its breath as you complete the ritual. No words exchanged, but only the silent understanding between you and the cottage. You feel the weight of the day slipping from your shoulders, replaced by a newfound lightness of being. Pausing at the window, you peer out into the deepening night. The stars above glimmer like scattered diamonds on a velvet canvas, while the ocean below mirrors their brilliance. The waves crashing upon the shore with a mesmerizing rhythm. Your thoughts drift slowly, following the ebb and flow of the tide. There is no need for spoken words or conversation. Every creak of the floorboards, every sigh of the wind outside speaks volumes, weaving a tapestry of tranquility around your heart. And as you finally submit to the gentle embrace of the bed, the night enfolds you, wrapping you in its comforting darkness. The sea continues to sing its lullaby, and the cottage stands watch over your slumber, a sanctuary of silence where dreams will soon take flight. You lower yourself onto the feather bed, easing your body into the soft hold of the mattress. The delicate scent of lavender rises from the pillows, tendrils of soothing fragrance wafting through the air. You inhale deeply, allowing the calming aroma to permeate your senses and ease your thoughts. The ocean's murmurs grow more insistent, yet gentle, as if the waves themselves are cradling you in their rhythmic sway. They rise and fall, each ebb a tender caress against the shore, each flow a whispered promise of restful slumber. As you nestle deeper into the bed, your limbs sinking into the feathery depths. The world outside begins to recede. The starlit night, the creaking floorboards, the sighing wind, all fade away, leaving only the comforting blanket of darkness that envelops you. Your thoughts wander, drifting like wisps of cloud in the moonlit sky. Here, in this quiet sanctuary, there is no need for words or rushed action. Only the simple act of being, of existing in harmony with the sea and the cottage that cradles you. You feel the last remnants of tension dissolve, replaced by a deep serenity that seeps into your very core. Your breath slow, each exhalation releasing the worries and cares of the day. Your eyelids flutter closed, veiling your sight from the world above. In this sacred space, devoid of clamor and noise, you find solace. The unspoken language of the night weaves its spell around your heart, and you give in to the embrace of dreams, guided by the ocean's lullaby and the gentle touch of the breeze against your skin. And as you drift off, the cottage stands sentinel, a silent guardian against the encroaching darkness. It watches over you, a steadfast partner in this hallowed dance.